Bloom, it's the Rules of Love edition. Matthew Hoffman shares 3 things you should never and always say to a man or a woman.
When we had that conversation and these things were said, this is how I felt. And if your partner loves you and cares about you, they don't want you to feel upset, angry, afraid, and negative. They want you to feel good.
Welcome back to Bloom's Rules of Love edition. Our next guest says there are 3 things you should never and always say to a man or a woman. Joining us now is relationship coach and the author of Kickass Husband, Matthew P. Hoffman. Matthew, it's always so great to see you.
I always have fun when we're together, Gail. Love it.
Yeah, this is a good one. So there are a lot of opinions swirling around out there of things that you should never say to a woman. Can you share some insight on a few of those?
Absolutely. One thing you never want to say to a woman if they're emotional or concerned or don't seem too nice to you is it that time of the month?
Oh, that one makes me so mad. I could just blow steam out of my ears.
Yeah, as if you're not allowed to have emotions and express them if you feel that way, right? That's one right there.
All right. What's another one?
Another one is, are you going to eat that? Or were you going to make it to the gym this week? You know, just being judgmental about their behaviors or what they're doing and what they're engaged with. Because, you know, it comes right back to you because we're not, you know, perfect either and making the best decisions all the time. But, you know, that's not a great approach.
All right, give me the next one for women.
The other one is, I would say, you know, you just got to get over it.
Oh, yeah, that's a doozy.
Yeah, like they don't have the right to feel the way they feel. Instead of, wow, tell me more about that, or what makes you, why does it make you feel that way? It's discounting an emotion that they're sharing with you.
Okay, those are good ones. All right.
Yeah.
What about the men? Tell me a little bit about the things that we do wrong.
You know, there's some parallels, but like as a man, the one thing a guy does not want to hear is, you can't.
Oh, okay.
Because when a guy hears that, he's thinking in his mind, oh, yes, I can, or I'll show you why I can. Because it's a control thing, and it's a power thing to say, I'm forbidding you. You're not allowed. You may not, right? And so guys don't like to hear that. That's one thing guys don't like.
Okay, what's another thing?
Another one is you always, right? Because when you say you always, you're pigeonholing the guy, and you're saying you operate in this little square and you never get out of it, right? In other words, and that's not what a guy wants to hear.
Okay, what else for the guy?
Yeah, you know, I think that guys don't like to hear and be put down about their ability. You know, like you'll never, right?
Okay.
You'll never, meaning you'll never be able to do this. You'll never have the ability, the talent, the desire, right? Like you can't do something I wish you would. And that's another way of saying you don't have what it takes. And guys, you know, don't want to know that they won't be able to do something that's important to their partner.
All right, those are good ones. All right, now let's flip the script and talk about the things that a man should say to a woman.
You know, a man should recognize the beauty of his partner. You know, women like to see, oh my gosh, you look great in that dress. Or is that a new swimsuit? Or when they spent 3.5 hours at the salon getting the hair cut or straight ironed or keratined, whatever it is, wow, that looks really great on you. You know, my wife recently made a decision to change her hair color because it worked better for her, and I noticed and made a comment about it, and she was real tentative. She didn't like the new color that much, and she was really nervous about it. So looking at their appearance, women want to know that you feel grateful for what they do. The hardest job a woman has is to, like, I'm supposed to have a career, I'm supposed to do everything in the home, the kids, right? It's like, it's a never-ending job. And when you recognize their effort, they feel like, oh my gosh, he notices what I'm doing. So women love to hear about that.
Anything else for the women before we move to the guys?
You know, I think women want to know that they are valued. And that can be in a lot of different ways. And I just gave you 2, and there's others as well.
Yeah, those are really, really good ones. I'm loving this episode with Matthew. All right, what as women should we be saying to our men?
Every guy, I don't care what age they are, they want to know they're hot. Right?
Okay.
That you're attracted to them and you drive them nuts. Cute, Gail, is a 4-letter word. And the worst thing you can say to a guy is, you're cute or you're so handsome. That's what your grandmother says to you when she squeezes your cheek, not what your lover, your partner, your spouse, you know, says, like, I'm attracted to you and, man, I'm noticing.
That's all right. So be a little bit more like, pull out some better adjectives is what you're saying.
Yeah, I mean, guys, make it aspirational. Even though they may not be there, just say, oh my gosh, I love it when you, or it turns me on, I get excited when I see you, da-da-da-da. Fill in the blank. Guys love to hear that.
Okay, what else? What else? I like this. Ladies, I think I brought my notepad out here.
Men want to know that you believe in them.
Okay.
Like, I'm behind you, I believe in you, and I'm with you. Because just like women, we're out there trying to do things, whether it's in our career, maybe in the relationship, maybe trying something new. And we know that the person that matters to us most is behind us, giving you capable belief. It gives you strength and wings to soar.
All right. Any final thoughts?
You know, guys want to know also, like the women, this is a similarity, that they're appreciated. I know how hard you work for me and our family. I know how much time you put in so we can have the things that we need, right? It's gratitude for what you do and that it makes a difference. And I think that's probably the one similarity for men and women both love to hear. What you do matters, it has an impact. I see it and I'm grateful for it.
And what about, is there a way to ever really give constructive criticism?
There is. I think, you know, Gayle, the important thing about constructive criticism, or, you know, when someone asks that loaded question, would you mind hearing a little constructive criticism, right? That's like, ooh, brace and get ready for bad news. We don't like that. But I think if it's about how you feel and not about what they do or don't do.
Okay.
So instead of saying, you do this, you do that, I don't like this, I don't like that, say, hey, when we had that conversation and these things were said, this is how I felt. And if your partner loves you and cares about you, they don't want you to feel upset, angry, afraid, and negative. They want you to feel good. So if they know that things they say or do make you feel a certain way and you frame it how you feel, it's not accusatory, and it allows the relationship to develop and give them key information to work from in the future.
Oh, this is great. I think I'm going to text my husband and tell him how hot he is and maybe throw in a couple of emojis after this.
Be careful what you might get back, Gayle.
I love it. Thanks, Matthew.
Sure thing.